Welcome back, guys. We are going to be starting episode 3 of our Degens Dragons campaign in the the plane of New Capenna. We have our DM, MoxRuby. We have our 3 other players, Airball, Astrals, and VeggieWaggon. Some wonderful Degens who are along on the adventure with me. But first, before we get started, I want to tell you guys, or give a special thank you to the sponsor, Cool Stuff. Make sure you guys use the Cool Stuff code DGEN for 5% off any of your orders for Magic or D&D or board games, all the great stuff. So thank you again to Cool Stuff for sponsoring us. And I'm going to kick it over to Mox for a short introduction.
Well, hey there, kids. And Buttons here for Myra the Magnificent's Astorium of Fun. And I'm here to tell you that there's no place like Myra's. What makes it so spectacular? Well, we here are all best friends. From me and Buttons. So come on down, especially you, Airball. We've missed you, and we'll be waiting. Till next time, I'm N Buttons, from Myra the Magnificent's Astorium of Fun. When last we left our heroes, they had uncovered that some Unfinity shenanigans had happened on the plane of New Capenna. They battled against a topiary dinosaur made of animatronics that came, theoretically, possibly, from the traveling space carnival. They have been on the lookout for what is causing a blip in the Project Lightning Bug. Some multi-planar chicanery is afoot, and they have been put onto the trail to try to solve it by the Planeswalkers Union. And so these 4 plane jumpers are adventuring and going on their next move. Meanwhile, they were also looking into getting into Lord Xander's vault, which they hit up one of Yom's old friends, Toolbox Tori, to try to get started on, but that's a bit of a side project. And it seems as if Toolbox was a little reticent to try to go in there immediately, and also needed a little bit of time to get some tools together in order to start the break-in process. So, a couple things on their plates, a couple of paths yet to emerge, and it seemed like their next path was to try to locate Jetmir, the demon lord of the Cabaretti. You asked Relp, which is the artificial intelligence puppy dog that is built into Airball's machinery at this point, to look up any companies or groups that shared the initials found on one of the stickers on the back of the machinery in the topiary dinosaur, and that brought up the commercial for Myra the Magnificent's Astorium of Fun.
Oh.
And how it knew Airball was going to be there, I have no idea. Oh, I can't wait to get there. Okay, all right, gang, what, we just killed this thing. I tried to loot it. There was nothing there, unfortunately. Should we head in to go see if we can find Jetmir?
I think so.
Seems logical.
Yes, I think we should ignore everything that just happened here.
Oh my
No,
god,
I'm
is
sure
that
it's not
tree
important.
talking?
Oh, I'm so sorry. And I will slightly change body color back to less tree-like from before I'm hiding.
I think he's barking mad.
Oh my gosh,
It makes me a
Airball.
believer.
Real quickly, what is everybody's passive perception score?
I have a 0.
So a
How do I
10
tell you that?
would be your passive. Look up what your perception bonus would be to your roll, and then add 10 to it.
I see.
14.
10.
12.
13.
Okay. Okay, keep going.
Doesn't
That's
seem good.
concerning.
We did not perceive anything that we were supposed to.
You're
all right.
walking into the Cabaretti party location, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you're walking in. It is quiet now. All of the fires have been put out. There's no smoking debris. In fact, some of the scaffolding of the Riveteers have been put up already, and some of the glass and some of the concrete is being replaced. Things like carpets haven't been brought back in yet, but the early stages of refurbishment are happening. It's pretty quiet in here. It seems as if it's also no longer an active crime scene.
Okay. Should we try to head to a back room or find the office area of whatever this building is?
Do you think it would be prudent to take a look around the room first and maybe make sure everything is safe?
Please, by all means. You have a much better perception score than I do.
Well, regardless of perception, I also still have that wand. I forget what it was called.
Oh, the wand of secrets?
Yeah, that's the one. It reveals traps within 30 feet.
Okay. You activate that wand in this room, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. There are no traps within 30 feet of you in this room.
Good
It was
enough
a
for me.
party room, so I doubt there would be any traps for party goers. And then also the bad guy from this crime scene is our boss. So I'm not super worried about anything attacking us, because I think we're the bad guys.
Okay, I'm satisfied. Continue.
All right. Quickly, Yam, I saw some of your buddies working in the area. Any chance you've worked in this building before?
Very minor, but I could go have a quick word and see what we can find out for some information.
I just wasn't sure. Maybe you might actually know the layout of the building, where we should look.
I know some of the lower floors, but let me see if I can give me a second to think about it. Sometimes a couple knocks to the head will jog it. I'm gonna just give myself a quick knock on the head and try to roll for remembering.
So glad we brought you.
Yeah. So Yam, go ahead and so what is it that you're trying to do here? You're trying to jog memory if you've been here before?
Yeah.
You've never been in this building before. I would say it would be highly unlikely that you've been in this building before. However, you do recognize a couple of friendly faces amongst those working on putting the building back together. Perhaps not best friends, but you certainly recognize some people.
Try to head over to them and strike up a conversation.
Okay. You see two devils and an ogre working on, fixing up one of the support beams, trying to get everything together. And they look at you and they go, "Hey, can I help you with something?"
You guys need a hand at all?
No, we got it covered, I think. We really appreciate your help, though. I recognize you. You're one of them fighter boys.
You got it, the one and only Jetmir. I saw some of the stuff going on, so I wanted to see, Riveteers, we have each other's backs.
Absolutely. Hey, man, I appreciate you coming over and asking. We got here just to fix it up. We're not here to mess around or anything. They sent over enough work to make sure that it was all going to get fixed up. There's some weird stuff happening in the skeleton of this building, a lot of dissolved rebar and weirdly off-put stuff looks like it's been put through a weird mirror or something. I don't really understand what I'm looking at. But we're trying to make it solid again so that people ain't gonna fall through the floor. You know what I mean?
I know what you mean. There's only one way to fall, and that's with a nice quick trip. But no, you both got
I know what
this.
you mean. I got you. Hey, you stay safe out there, kid.
Hey, you too. I'll give him a pat on the back, and I'll walk over to the group and relay the information.
Okay. So what was the thing about you said something about a floor? What do you think? What was that about?
Oh, the floor was just a joke.
The Riveteer jokes just go over my head. I just can't.
Okay.
I just can't with this.
Okay.
I would say Yam, or actually, no, this would be Jen. Based on Yam's comment, go ahead and make an investigation check.
probably pretty good. My investigation, 19.
Okay. Yam, you were joking, but Jen didn't know that you were joking, and you were like, a floor? What's the problem with the floor? Jen, you look at the floor, and the floor is oddly not damaged. The floor, as the rest of the walls and structure, and even some of the stairs have big cracks and structural damage, the floor itself is pristine and has no damage to it.
Okay. I wonder if that would be a magical thing just to prevent it was a party room. It could just be like an anti-damage thing. I don't know. So anyway, guys, anybody else think that it's weird that there's damage all over this entire building but nothing on the floor?
Yes, I am thinking that too. Only now that you've mentioned it.
Yam, you're a construction guy. What do you think of this?
Well, the floor is looking pretty intact, which, like you said, is very strange, given the amount of damage, what was stomping down, and how similar most of the buildings in the Cabaret area are. I'm surprised. Something's a little fishy here. I'm gonna give a stomp on the floor.
Okay.
See if,
Stomping on the floor looking for structural integrity. This is your wheelhouse. Go ahead and you can make an investigation check at advantage, as a matter of fact. But you're going to get slightly different information based on your history. Whereas Jen might be looking for oddities. You're specifically looking for structure.
13.
13. Okay. So you do notice the exact same thing. It is not structurally damaged in any way. There are still, rubber scuffs from the bottom of shoes and marks from things like paint and alcohol spills and stuff like that. It doesn't seem as if it is a specifically magical thing, but it does look like there is something happening with this floor. There is something else happening with this floor. With your 13, you can't necessarily figure that out.
So we know that there's something going on here, but it's not super magical. Airball, any chance you want to see if you could take a look?
Yeah.
You know magic stuff, right?
Yeah, there's something happening here, but what it is ain't exactly clear. Do I detect anything magical with my circuitry, or like I am an artificer? Do I detect anything like that?
I'm gonna have you make 2 checks. One of them is a basic intelligence, flat intelligence check. And then the next one will be Arcana.
Okay. Intelligence, we have 15 plus 2, so 17.
Okay.
And Arcana is 17 plus 4 for a 21.
Okay. With your 21, the floor itself is not magical, and you didn't detect any traps within 30 feet. However, you do detect on the edges, the corners, the sides of the room, there is a faint magical essence, like between the walls and the floor. There is no discernible form that this takes, other from where you are, other than you can get, I would say, this would be conjuration magic, which is similar to spells like Major Image and Phantasmal Terrain and things that change the way that things look magic. And with your basic 15 intelligence, you also notice that when you used your wand and detected traps, it detected within 30 feet of you in a sphere, not just in a rotation around you. And the fact that it was even pinging locations beneath you is notable. You get the sense that there may be a false floor.
Okay. And my sense of this false floor, as you said, it's magical. It's not like technologically based. It's
sort of a combination. The floor that you're standing on, like the vast majority of the floor, not magical, just a plain floor. The edges, magical. and you have not seen any. You haven't specifically looked for mechanisms yet, but it's not traps.
Okay, so I think that means that we should just walk along the edge of the room, along the walls, and keep our feelers or our tentacles out and see if we run into anything.
Okay. Great. You guys
Good.
go to the edges of the room and start feeling on the edges of the room. Everybody go ahead and roll investigations for me. See what you can pick up.
Nat 20.
6.
Okay.
Nat 1.
So both Jen and Airball, you guys are, specifically looking and sort of know what you're looking for. You're feeling for a breeze. You're looking for buttons that are conspicuously hidden. Gustav, you sort of are just sort of so impressed by the pageantry and the cleanliness of this place. Not only is this floor clean, it is shiny and gorgeous. It looks like a stage, and it is a stage. And if it is a stage, it is the most beautiful stage you've ever seen. In order to perform on a stage like this, it would warm your heart, or 3. I think squids have 3 hearts, and it would make you feel wonderful to be able to perform in a place like this. It's lit perfectly. It's exactly the kind of place where you could get lost in a performance. That's exactly what you do. You get lost in your own mind there. Yam, you are searching, and as you search, you probably on the track to be able to find something. You're pretty practiced at finding gaps between bits of metal and stone. But one of the devils that you were talking to earlier comes over to you and says, "Hey, I gotta. I think one of your friends was going to talk to you. You see, I don't know if you're carrying your communications device on you, but I think you should. My cousin is Toolbox, and I think you should maybe talk to Toolbox later. He seemed a little. I don't know. He seemed a little on edge.
Appreciate it.
So if you can give him a call, maybe away from whoever these people are, that'd be the way to go."
Got it, a ring a ding ding.
Yeah. Okay. You kids have fun. And he skitters back over to the work. Meanwhile, Airball and Jen, you both find latches, effectively, hidden in the crevices of the walls. And when you flip them up, you can see buttons. And when you click the buttons, a magical effect covering the edges of the room dissipates, and you do notice that the floor changes form. It has it is less of a floor, less of a stage, and more of an elevated platform. And as you're able to find and locate these buttons, the floor begins to open and descend, and a spiral staircase in the middle of the stage descends below.
All right, so I am going to call over Yam and Gustav and have them come with us. And I'm gonna nudge Yam and be like, "You wanna lead the way into the creepy cellar?"
I can do that for you. I got you, boss.
Great. All right. What is your marching order as you descend down the stairs? Yam first.
I think we put the 2 squishy people in the middle, and I'll take up the rear.
Okay.
Okay. So I'll go second. Veggie's the coward. He'll probably hide behind me, I would think.
I think so.
Perfect.
At least not yet. I definitely once something happens, but for now I'm just like I'm entranced,
The first
now
thing we did
we're
was turn
descending into
into a
the
tree.
orchestra pit.
Okay, you can go second then. Go for it.
One could say he's rather spineless.
All right, well, that's been a good session, everybody. I'll see you next week.
All right, so
So-
marching order is Yam, Veggie, Airball, me.
Great. So as you descend the stairs, it is lit going down the stairs by those ancient kind of old Edison-style light bulbs. So there's a yellow twinge to everything and a bit of a buzz in your ear as you descend the stairs. It seems like this is a staging area. This is the backstage for some sort of performance space. As you get to the bottom of the stairs, it is empty. It is devoid of people. But there are makeup mirrors with more of these incandescent bulbs in. Only about 2 or 3 of the 20 mirrors down here have their lights on. You see an exit sign that's vaguely lit on the opposite side of the room. You can see rows and rows of costuming and like old floats and big prop pieces and things like that here in this room. The room is about 20 feet wide and maybe 50 feet long.
So do we think this is like where people would get ready? Because it has all the different like lights, right? Where, performers or actors might prep, makeup, things like that.
Yes, this is the backstage. This is the preparations area.
So the backstage is underneath the floor?
Yep.
Interesting. And it's completely empty.
Right now it is.
Do any of the makeup stations or anything show signs of recent use?
Go over and make an investigation check for me.
All right. We got an 8 total.
Okay. Can't be sure. The makeup stations have makeup at them. And 8's not going to tell you much.
I am going to check the stations for clues as to who was at the stations, if anybody relevant, like if Jeannie Faye or somebody, but also for anything valuable.
Great. Go ahead and make yourself an investigation check.
Oh man, I'm rolling so hot today. My investigation check is a 19.
Okay. So you head over to one. Are you going over to one of the lit areas that's still on?
Yeah, I'm just gonna start working my way around the room, probably favoring the lit up ones because they are more likely to have been used recently. And also, I figure if anything valuable's in them, that's because those people were there and then they fled, so they're more likely to have left something.
Okay. So from there, you look on the what would it be called? Dresser, the desk. The makeup is open and not and like the brushes are haphazardly left out. They are not put away back into their box or into their kit. You see a number of open or half ajar drawers as well. In those drawers, as you're looking for something of value, you do see that there is in fact a purse. There is a glittery purse with a long chain. Looks like a women's purse that is open and has some amount of bills peeking out of it. With your 19, you find about 45 gold worth of bills. And you can also tell that whoever this was didn't grab their purse, didn't put their makeup away. They left in a hurry, as if there was an emergency happening.
Can I see, is there any like identification or anything inside the purse?
No one of consequence.
I was hoping it was like someone of consequence so I could return the purse to them.
You can find a name, certainly.
Yeah,
but
they're
it
not
is
relevant.
not right. This is where the cast and crew set up. If you're looking for the Diva's private room, you're going to have to look elsewhere.
All right. Well, it looks like I just made 46 gold.
As you do that, you are going to perhaps, out of the corner of your eye, catch a flash of silver or a flash of steel. Remind me what your armor class is again.
16.
Ooh.
Great. I'm going to hit you.
Great.
Not a crit though. And you are going to take. Give me just a second. New stat block. You are going to take 12.
Whew.
So the first thing is you're going to take 6 piercing damage, and then 12 poison damage.
Well, I'm dead, so there's that.
What?
So, and the rest of you hear a literal gunshot from a pistol. As someone followed you down the stairs and shot Jen.
Okay.
With a gun. And with the rest of that character's action, they are going to move back up the stairs and run away.
I'm dead.
Would you like to roll initiative, or what is your intent, everybody?
I should death save at some point.
Yes. I'm letting your compatriots decide what they're doing.
I'm definitely not going after the gunman. I'll tend to Jen.
Okay. How are you intending to do so? Do you have any skill, or are you looking to make a medicine check?
I think I'll just have to make a check. Although I'll just have to make a check.
This is a DC 15 medicine check in order to stabilize. So go ahead and make your medicine check.
Psh, easy. Bye, Jen. Let's see. That's a 12.
Okay. That does not succeed, but that is just one round of turn. This is all happening in quick succession. Gunshot, you run over to try to staunch the bleeding. You are unable to do so. Gustav and Airball.
Can I just ask a point of information? Like,
yes.
What would doing a medicine check accomplish that her death save would not?
Yes. So a medicine check, a successful DC 15 medicine check would automatically stabilize the character. Which means that they would no longer be making death saves. They would be at 0 hit points, but they are no longer in danger of full death.
So it basically gives me extra opportunities to not die.
Well, stabilize means you don't have to make any death saving throws at all.
Well,
you are just stabilized.
Yeah, so I have X number of saves or whatever. The medicine just makes it so that way I have more chances for that not to be relevant. I mean, it's like I have 3.
It would be
3 throws. Is that true? The third one, I'm dead.
Right. So the way it works is when you roll a death save, 10 or higher is a success. 9 or lower is a failure. A natural 1 is 2 failures. A natural 20 is not only a success, but you regain 1 hit point. When you reach 3 successes, you are stabilized at 0 hit points. When you reach 3 failures, you are dead, requiring a revivify or a resurrection effect. But currently, only mostly dead, still partially alive.
Bleeding out presently.
Bleeding out.
Yeah. Oh, wait. Does Bardic Inspiration apply to death saving throws?
Absolutely. Sure does. It's an ability check.
So while I'm failing that medicine check to stop the bleeding, then we'll.
Did you fail a medicine check?
Song. Huh?
Did you fail a medicine check?
I assume that I did.
I didn't hear you make a medicine check. I heard Yom make a medicine check.
No, that was Veggie.
I did.
That made it 12.
Yeah, that was Veggie, not me.
12 was Veggie. Then yeah, you can bonus action to bestow a Bardic Inspiration.
Yeah. Don't worry, you are probably dead, but I would not think about that too much, because I'm sure that someone in your position has, at one time, maybe made it out of this only severely maimed.
It's a good song.
Great.
It's just the first verse,
Take your D6. It's a D6, right?
Yeah.
And the D6 can be applied to any D20 roll, which includes death saves. Airball and Yam.
Oh, I get to add
well,
the
do we get
D6
to
to
save
my
the-
death save?
When you roll,
Okay.
Jen, you can add the D6 to your death save. You may, even after you roll, you may then roll the D6.
Okay.
So
Okay.
you can
then,
save it and you can hold on to it for up to a minute, which is 10 rounds.
Okay. If then I trust the medical expertise and the tender caresses of Gustav, and I want to run after in the direction of whoever shot or whoever shot Jen.
Great. Full dash up the stairs.
Full dash up the stairs.
Great. You are able to get up the stairs, and you see the culprit of this heinous act begin to run away from you. This person appears to be a female person. She wears a white, finely tailored shirt that it has like arm cuffs, black pants. She has brown hair and wields a gun in one of her hands. And she looks back at you and scowls and continues to turn away. She looks vaguely elven in nature. You can't be certain of exactly what.
I see. We don't recognize her at all.
I would say you would not.
Interesting. Okay. How far away is she?
You dashed up the stairs. The room was not terribly long. I would say that you're probably another 30 feet from her. She is halfway to the door, and as you emerge up the stairs, you're still at the staircase, mostly.
Okay. So the question is, do I continue following her or not? Yeah. So from the last campaign, I have this change appearance, alter self spell.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I also have natural weapons. I can grow claws, fangs, spines, horns, or a different natural weapon of my choice. Can I use that? Like, I assume like the spines or whatever would have some sort of defensive capacity.
Is that what they do?
I don't know. I'm just reading what's in front of me.
What is the ability?
Natural weapons.
If they're weapons, they do not have any defensive capability.
Okay, in that case, screw it. Let's chase her down.
Okay.
How does a
but
robot grow talons?
With
Wolverine
my-
style.
Oh.
With my gift of fabrication from when we were at the what was it called?
That's right. At the Order of Key Words, the Monastery of Key Words.
Nice. Okay. Good luck.
So
I'm
talented.
still bleeding out.
Yep. But hot on the trail of whoever has done it. Yam, you have a choice to make as well.
I will do the same, so I will mad dash up the stairs.
Okay. Is your speed the same?
My speed is 30 feet regular.
30 feet. So you're up the stairs with Airball as well. And you have a bonus action if you so choose.
I would like to call out to the couple of Riveteers on the side and be like, "Boys, we got a runner. Get her."
Yeah, and they respond, and the big ogre character turns around, sees the assailant, gives you a little bit of one of these, and says, "I hear you, buddy." Pulls a beam, like a full ass iron beam, off of the scaffolding, which has two devils sitting on it, and they sort of stand in front of the door.
I thought you were about to say they just like swing it around and clothesline her. I was just like, oh boy.
Not
So,
yet.
speaker,
They will need to wait for their turn in combat in order to do this.
Okay.
But to be clear, they're
but-
standing in front of the door blocking her path, or she's gotten by.
No, they're blocking her path.
Okay.
So at this point, we are going to have to roll initiative. Things have gotten a little bit complicated. Okay.
Do you need initiative just from the ones in
Nope, I need initiative from everybody.
All right.
Oh, me too?
Yes, you too. Because you're dying. I need to know when you roll your death saves. And so does the rest
of the... I get 1 plus d6, or is it every roll for a minute?
So you get to roll the Bardic Inspiration that you have. When you use it, it's used up.
Okay.
Gustav could give you another on future turns, but the one you have gets used up if you use it.
All right, I got a 10.
Everybody else?
5
for me.
Who was the 5? Sorry.
Gustav was the 5.
15 from Airball.
Yam?
6 for me.
6.
Good old 6.
So Airball, NerdGirl, Veggie, or NerdGirl, or Airball, NerdGirl, Astrals, Veggie. Plus your rolls.
Let me see where I rolled. I rolled pretty badly. So there we are. Of those rolls, I had a +4 to my roll, but I only rolled a 5, so I got a 9 on my initiative. I'm quick, but I'm not quick enough right now. Airball, you are going to be up first.
Okay. I guess the question is, what do you think we should do? Do you think we should try to shoot at her, or do you think that there's some other way to incapacitate her or reason with her?
She just killed me. Freaking shoot her.
Shoot at this point.
Very good.
We also already have some indication that whatever the villain in the area is, they don't want to hurt me. So I'll take a pot shot. Let's shoot at her with my crossbow.
Okay.
So that's
go ahead and
a
take
D8
a shot.
+1.
Well, you have to roll a hit first.
Right. And the hit roll is on
D20 plus your attack bonus.
My attack bonus is +3, so 15.
A hit?
Okay, and the D8
Well,
rolls...
that to hit. 15 to hit.
15 to hit is right.
Okay. 15 is a miss.
Okay.
As she is able to... It is uncanny how she sort of is able to shift and move. Where you think she is in fact shadow, and she is able to move her shoulder out of the way. You have a movement left.
Let's keep going. Straight at her.
Okay. You're able to get up next to her now. And you look into the face of this assailant. And she, is remorseless and is very clearly is just here because she has a job to do. But the other thing that you notice is that as you get closer to her, she is not only elven, she has some level of vampiric quality to her.
Those Maestros bastards.
Okay.
So you're up next to her. Great. Up next is Jen. I need a death save, Jen.
Well, let's go ahead and roll. I rolled a 4, so the d6 will not save me. There's no pluses on this, right?
You can get up to a 10. You can get to a 10. 10 and higher is a success.
There's no bonus?
There's no bonus to death saves.
Okay, I think I'm just going to take this one as an L. I'm going to use the 6 when I'm closer. So there's one failure.
All right.
Okay.
Jen has one death save fail. It's now my turn. I'll start out with the Beantown Bullies. They are going to swing some damage and attempt to wail on this assassin. Even with a 17 to hit, they are not going to hit. Much higher armor class, very deft, very dexterous, this assailant. And so that first attack is not going to hit. The two devils on the end of the beam are also going to get attacks, also 17. That one's higher. So one of the devils is able to reach out and slash across the face to the tune of... Oh, the max. 6 damage. 6 slashing damage. And as the claws of the devil scratch across the face, he said, "Hey, you, where do you think you're going?" And no blood comes out of the wound at all. This villainous character looks and sees that she is now surrounded. Pretty sure she's just gonna try to run. She is going to make some moves with her hands and attempt to cast a spell. The spell that she attempts to cast, assuming there's no counter spells, fills a 30-foot diameter area around her in darkness. As she casts the spell Darkness, magical darkness. And no one within that sphere can see her, and then she's going to attempt to leave. Several attacks of opportunity are going to be made at disadvantage at this point, including from Airball.
All right. Roll a d20. We rolled a 3. That's going to miss.
Okay. Ooh, I got one hit. For 6 more piercing damage. And then she is going to leave the bubble of darkness. Yam, you do see her leave this bubble of darkness as she oh, actually I need to maintain concentration. One sec. She does maintain concentration. And you see her move towards the scaffolding. That was my turn, and now it's Yam's turn.
Moving towards the scaffolding. Scaffolding is like 20, 25-ish feet away from me.
Yeah, I would say so.
Okay. I will move to the scaffolding and attempt to strike it to knock it down, and in such a way to get it on top of her.
Okay.
Or at least to block a path in some way, shape, or form.
Yeah, go ahead and make...
Is it damaged from the previous fracas? Could this be at advantage?
I would say this could be at advantage, given that you work so much with scaffolding, that you're making an attack against some scaffolding. I'm happy for that to be a thing.
Attack roll then, right?
Yes. At advantage.
That is 19, 21.
Wow.
Okay. It's scaffolding. You hit it. The intent is to damage it structurally. So you take your... What weapon do you use?
Greatsword.
Greatsword. So you take your greatsword and you essentially chop out one of the legs of this four-legged structure, making it wobbly and teeter. And your intent is to make it fall on her? Okay.
In the direction she's going.
Oh, okay.
Because
So-
I assume it would be hard to like directly get it to fall on her without like multitudes of planning. So at
Yes.
least like I see she's running this way. My instinct is like run up / try to get it to fall with the idea that maybe it blocks her path or falls on her.
Yes. Also, what time of day is it? Is this daytime or is this nighttime?
I think it's nighttime. We were like doing the door thing, seemed kind of evening-ish, and then we went to fight the dinosaur, which also seemed kind of evening-ish.
Got it. Okay. So as this scaffolding falls, she's going to make a dexterity save to try to not get smushed underneath this thing. Which I'm going to say she fails. This is a low roll. I don't know what she gets to dex saves. She gets +6 to dex saves, but she only rolled a 6, so that's a 12. I'm going to say that this is going to cause some falling damage. Given the height of the scaffolding, I'm going to say that this is 40 feet of scaffolding. So I'm going to say that this is 4d6 of damage coming at her. All right, well, I rolled high, so she takes 20 more damage from scaffolding falling upon her, and she is knocked prone, let's say.
I knew I could trust you.
And so yeah, so she's not trapped. She has just taken a lot of damage as large amounts of block and rebar fall on her. Bottom of the round, Gustav. You are there in the limelight, literally, as you hold your compatriot dying in your arms. What would you like to do?
Well, you've lived a good life, and I think you should be happy. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Wow.
I'm going to. I'm gonna see if I can find something nearby to use to help to stop the bleeding. Because usually, I would have some knowledge of where like spare fabric or first aid would be in an area like that.
Absolutely. You've got plenty of spare fabric around you. Lots of scarves, boas, costuming of all kinds.
Do
if you're
potions
just
work?
looking for... I'm sorry?
Do potions work?
Potions do work.
You could search me for a potion.
Could search her for a potion as well.
Huh. Yeah, maybe I'll just go back to that speech. I you know what? I get the feeling that I should probably search for a potion, so I'm gonna do that. I don't know how I got that idea, but it sounds good to me.
Well, you said you were looking around for items that help. I mean, little health pots counted, right?
Yeah.
Does he have to roll a check?
No.
Sort?
You would see that Jen has potions on like a bandolier kind of situation. Maybe on her pouch belt. Maybe in her like large bag that she threw someone else's purse into. There are potions of healing on her person that you are aware of.
Awesome. Yes, I do have potions of healing, 2d8 plus 2. Which are some good ones that we got from before.
Oh, that's right. I remember I gave you those. That's right.
Ooh, all right. Yeah, I guess I'm gonna grab one of those and be like, I got you this.
All right. So you grab one of these potions and feed it down Jen's throat as your action. Jen, go ahead and roll 2d8 plus 2 and heal that many hit points.
8.
So you regain 8 hit points. As you come to consciousness, Gustav looming above you, framed in a halo of light, but you are alive. With a gunshot wound that is slowly closing up in your shoulder.
You saved me. How could I ever repay you?
Oh, I guess I did. I mean, I of course. That's why you have me here. We no time to talk about that now. We've got important things to do. I'm gonna realizing I have a little moment of like, yeah, all right, great. Does Jen look like she's still like very, very not good, not in good shape, right?
I have almost half my health.
Yeah, from a math perspective, she's a little worse for wear. Fortunately, in Dungeons and Dragons, getting shot and then getting healed doesn't have any lasting effects.
Yeah,
I will say the giant plant dinosaur robot only hit me for like 6 damage total. Then the gunshot killed me. Yeah, that's pretty good.
That's assassins.
Yeah. Well, okay. Yeah, that one little moment of like, oh my god, you saved me. I'm like, oh right. Of course. I'm amazing. Okay. But there's still someone here. So I will also go to take care of that. And then I will head back up the stairs.
Okay, great. You move up the stairs, and you are at the top where your compatriots used to be, you now see there is a dome. Actually, I need to make another con save. She took 30. No, she took 20. This is a save of 10. And she makes it. So the darkness is still up. You see a half dome of darkness, 15-foot radius, that has some folks in it, presumably. Mm-hmm. You also see a freshly crashed scaffolding caused by your compatriot Yam, forced down upon this assassin. Mm-hmm. And that's what you see. At the bottom of the round, down there in the basement, Jen, you hear a door crack open. Uh-oh. And peeking from the door, you see a face of a cat person. And she's peeking in, and she says, "Is the danger gone?"
I don't think so. I just got shot.
Oh my god! And she closes the door and locks it.
I hope it's her 46 gold I have.
Maybe. We'll find out later. You definitely just told her that you just got shot, so she's not coming out anytime soon. Top of the round, Airball. You are in darkness, but you know that she is no longer around you.
So it's dark, but I can still hear where the scaffolding crashed down?
Yes, you can. You absolutely heard the 40 feet of scaffolding crash to the floor.
Okay, let's move in that direction then.
Okay. I'm going to say you can move to the edge of the darkness and still have enough movement speed to... Actually, give me a d20 roll, because it's 40 feet of scaffolding, so she could be anywhere in that 40 feet.
Roll the 2.
A 2. So you emerge from the darkness 15 feet away from her.
Okay.
Or sorry, 20 feet away from her.
Okay, so not enough movement left over to
melee.
Get up to her.
Right. Correct.
All right, well then, cold-blooded. Let's aim the crossbow at her head.
Okay.
Shot.
She is prone, and you are not in melee, so this attack would be at disadvantage.
Oh, I see. Any ranged attack would be at disadvantage when she's prone?
Any ranged attack when the defender is prone is at disadvantage.
Okay.
Also, she's like in scaffolding, like trying to hit a bolt through all of these posts is going to be difficult nonetheless. But still possible.
Take a shot.
Okay.
Okay, so we got a 15 at disadvantage.
15 is not going to hit. She is able to use her shadowy ways and sort of duck and weave and avoid whatever incoming bolt would hit her.
She just had a building fall on her, took 20 damage. This girl is buff.
She's tough. And you don't know who she is. Jen, it's your turn.
Okay, so I think I know that the bullet hits really, really hard. So I think I'm gonna, roll another health pop before I go venture out there.
Okay.
And then I will probably head up the stairs after that. We got a 6 and a 7 plus 2. It was a little bit of an overheal there, but we'll take it.
Great.
And then I will make my way up the stairs.
Okay. So you're able to get to the top of the stairs, and as you do, you're able to see this assailant. And for the first time, you are able to see this assailant at least in the light. I would say go ahead and make a history check for me, as you might be the only person who would even have heard of this person.
Only a +1. Let's see how this goes. A 6. I missed that day of school.
That's right. You look into her eyes and you see that she recognizes you, and she is locked back onto you if you choose to stay where you are. But you don't recognize her.
Okay.
That was Jen's turn. It's now the Beantown Bullies are gonna move towards the noise as well. They are gonna follow the noise of the crashed scaffolding and be like, "Ah, a whole day's work wasted! Unbelievable! Up yours, lady!" And they're gonna attack first. Except for they're gonna attack at advantage because these are melee attacks. One of them is still gonna miss. The other one is gonna hit. Of the two devils, and the devil will deal 5 damage. And then the ogre is gonna take a big swing. Finally, the ogre is gonna hit. He's gonna reach this giant bar over his head and bring it down and swing as hard as he can, dealing. Oof. Oof, oof, oof. 23 damage.
She's taking over 40 damage.
23, 50 says.
I'm sure she's fine.
Well, she is not dead yet. As this enormous piece of building is brought down and basically collapses her shoulder in, when it comes back up, the shadow reforms her shoulder. You can tell that it's beginning to wisp away, and she's losing her, whoever this is, losing her corporealness. But she is not down for the count yet. Then it will be her turn. She is going to make a strength save or strength check. You know what? No, she's not. She's not going to make a strength check. I think she has another ability to be able to deal with this.
Oh, boy.
I'm just seeing what she has. Yeah. She is going to cast a spell. The spell is called Misty Step. So she is going to blink out of existence and appear directly next to Jen.
Son of a biscuit!
And she's going to stare Jen directly in the eyes. And she's going to say, how does she say this? I don't miss my mark. No, I don't like that. She's going to look you in the eyes. She's going to say, we've missed you here in Capenna. You've had your name on my list for a while. I look forward to crossing it off. And she is going to attack you with 2 short swords, since she's next to you.
Did you just say she uses the Schwartz?
Short swords.
Yes.
She uses the Schwartz. That is an 18 to hit.
Fuck my life.
And an 8 to hit.
All right, well, she got 1.
The 18 to hit is not as bad as her pistol, so don't worry about that. You are still going to take 10, though.
Oh, thank God I healed again. Jeez, I was at 8.
As a short sword slashes across your front. She was aiming for your neck, but your breastplate is able to deflect just enough of it that it only takes a big gash out of your clavicle. And she seems upset that she wasn't able to kill you in that hit. And she also appears quite hurt. The shadows that are licking at her sides and her form are fading and changing and not necessarily holding together very well. Up next is Yam.
Would like to run up to... I'm going to engage Rage, and I'm going to run up and try to grapple her and hold her still.
Okay, sure.
We're gonna try to strongman this one.
So this is a grapple check. So you're gonna roll strength acrobatics, right?
Yep.
And I'm gonna roll dexterity you're gonna roll strength athletics. I'm gonna roll dexterity acrobatics, and whoever wins.
Right, and then with the Rage, because this is a strength-based check, I'm gonna get advantage on my roll.
Correct.
So
I have rolled a 20.
Oh, yeah, okay. Well, let's. Nope, that's 15. Oh, that's 17. Damn.
Okay. She is able to slip your grasp, perhaps unsurprisingly, as she appears to be a smoke person. Not necessarily fully smoke person, but she is, she's hard to get a hold of. However, you are up in melee with her, making her life very difficult.
She's so buff.
She's tough. This is a challenging combat I gave you guys.
Can I use grapple so I can't engage frenzy? Okay, yeah, that's all I've got then.
I think it's me next.
Gustav is next. Didn't you went before you ran up the stairs? That was your turn.
Oh.
You went after Airball.
Okay. Sorry,
And
I got my
before-
turns mixed up.
Yep, no worries. So that was Yam. Gustav.
How close am I? Because I'd also just come up the stairs.
Yeah, you're like next to her, honestly.
Yikes.
Yeah, but she is not paying you any attention. You look like a tree. You look like you look like background material, just like your whole life. You've never been paid attention to, never given the time of day, and she's another one of these critics. You can tell. She's one of these people who's like, doesn't appreciate your artistry and isn't even paying attention to you in this moment.
Well, when you put it that way, now I can't run away.
Oh, you can run away, sure.
No, not this time. Especially if she's not paying any attention to me, I'm also going to try to grab a hold of her, like to grapple.
Yep. So you can make yours is also more dexterity based because you're trying to stick her, right?
I feel like you should have to roll 1 for every tentacle.
Oh my god.
Yeah, that sounds right.
Yeah, go ahead and roll 8d20. I don't think
But his
so.
tentacles are small and they come out of his face, so it's really just
I
weird
I
little...
did not roll as high this time. So tell me what you get on your grapple check, Gustav. Now, is there a special ability that you have that allows you to grapple differently?
It doesn't say specifically, but where is it? I have as listed a trait, suction cups. I have suction cups that you can control at will and can stick easily with immense strength.
Okay, great. I'll let you roll with advantage in that case.
Okay. How do I do this roll?
So you roll 2d20s. You take the highest.
Yes.
And then you're going to add your strength modifier to that. And if you have proficiency with athletics, then you would add that as well. I'm going to say because you're using suction cups and you are an octopus person, you have proficiency with grapple checks. That is what I'm going to say in this moment. So you're going to add your acrobatics, you're going to add your strength bonus, then you're going to add your proficiency, which is +2. To the highest of the 2d20 rolls.
Yeah. It's still a 9.
I also rolled a 9, but the tie goes to the defender. So you are, literally grasping at straws here, and you feel like you get a tentacle around an arm, but she's able to slip it out.
Shadowy bastard.
That's right.
Have we rested at all since we've begun this?
Sure haven't. You guys immediately went
thought.
downstairs.
That's what I thought. Over the course of these sessions.
Oh, yes. You rested. I counted you guys being by the vault as a rest.
Okay.
Okay. Then I do have one instance of bardic inspiration left.
Great.
I still have one too, so I'll try to use that to hit her when I can.
There you go.
I'd like to use then unsettling words.
Okay, what does that do? What is unsettling words?
I expend one of my bardic inspiration spots. A creature that I can see within 60 feet, I roll the Bardic Inspiration die, and they have to subtract that from the next saving throw.
Very cool. From the next saving throw.
Mhm.
Wow. That is a College of Elements ability. Very cool. Awesome. Okay. So that just happens, right?
Yeah.
Great. So the next time I make a save, you roll a d6 and I'll subtract it.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. I just saved her, and I do not want to do it again. So I will not be doing that. Instead, we will be not saving your life. The opposite of saving your life. Whatever that would be.
So you say that to her, but
Mhm.
it's very impassioned and sort of the voice with which you use those words comes out in a resonant frequency akin to that of some of your larger, more ancient brethren, and hints of deep speech are backed up behind your voice. While the overtones may be what you sound like, it sounds like a kraken or an aboleth underneath, and whispers of this ancient, darker power permeate your voice, and the target of your ire is quite unsettled by your words.
Wow. Quite fancy for a tree.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Top of the round. So, bottom of the round, the person who's hiding downstairs in the room is going to stay hiding in the room. Top of the round, Airball.
Let's run up to her, try to pin her down and tie her up.
Okay. What are you doing? What is the ability that you're doing? Are you attacking,
I'm going-
or are you grappling?
I don't know what's appropriate. I guess I want to run up to her and I want to basically tackle her and tie her up with rope. What do you think's appropriate for that?
That would be a grapple check.
Okay.
And in this case, I would allow you to use your unsettling words for her acrobatics check, even though it's not a save, because it's an opposed check. So you can go ahead and roll your d6 to subtract from my roll. I have rolled a 13 on the dice. I'm going to add 4 for my dexterity, which is 17, minus whatever Gustav rolls.
All right. 4.
Okay. So 13 is the number to beat. 7. Okay.
right.
Super slippery. Doesn't seem like the kind of person who wants to or is easily able to be grappled.
It's all right. I'm about to get her back.
Ooh.
It is Jen's turn.
I got a score to settle for being shot and
Uh-huh.
basically put on my butt instantly. I have that bardic saving throw. I'm trying to fix my camera. It's all fuzzy. Sorry, guys.
Yes, you still have your Bardic Inspiration, which is a d6 you can add to any d20 roll, which includes attack rolls.
Yep. So we're going to attack, and we're going to hope we hit here. We got a bonus d6, so hopefully we get there. I'm going to use my longsword at +4, so hopefully we get there. Oh, God. Not going to get there. I got a 7, so, plus a d6 here. I'm going to try anyway. A 1, 8.
Yeah. 8 is not going to do it. You swing your sword.
It's a 12.
Yeah. 12 is not going to get there. She is able to deftly maneuver out of the way.
Dang it. Just got to land a smite.
Yeah.
Get smote.
Question.
Yes.
With how we're positioned around her, would we be technically flanking her at all?
So, hello everybody. Welcome to Ruben Bressler's thoughts on flanking in 5th edition. Flanking is an optional rule allowed in the 5th edition rule set. I'm going to give you guys the option. If you guys want to use flanking, we can have flanking. What flanking means is, if you're surrounding an enemy, whoever's attacking has advantage. If you guys use it, I'm going to use it.
I don't see anything
used-
that could any bad that could come of that.
I'm a 3.5 player, so we had flanking in that, right?
3.5 had flanking. Yes.
So that's what I would vote, just because that's the D&D I'm used to. But
I would as well.
And I'm letting you guys decide. It's moving forward. We'll keep it all the same. So flanking is going to happen in this fight, and you guys are completely surrounding her. There is no doubt that she is flanked. So Jen, go ahead and roll again as your advantage, and you can keep the bardic inspiration because you wouldn't have used it.
Oh,
yeah,
great. We have advantage?
Well, so this would be the second of your 2 rolls.
Okay.
The first one missed.
Oh my god, a 12, a 2, 14 to 18 with my +4.
18 just hits.
Yay! Okay. Bitch is about to get smote. So my
she is technically an undead. So you can add an extra D8 to your smite.
What? An extra D8?
That's right. Your smites usually deal 2d8, but because she's undead, it's a third d8. So
Is there
3 plus your greatsword, which I think is a d10. So you're going to roll 1d10 plus 3d8 plus 4.
So mine says 1d8 plus 2 naturally.
Oh, okay.
So,
in that case, it's
so 3d8.
So the smite is 2d8.
Yeah, so I had 3
Your-
total plus 2.
Right,
Oh,
your
I'm wrong.
weapon
Sorry.
is 1, and then because she's undead, that's a 4th d8, and then add 2 to that.
I think I'm wrong anyway. There's 2 numbers. One's a 1d8 plus 2
Ah.
and 1d10. So I think that's a one-handed
Yes.
versus two-handed.
Correct. Long
Okay.
swords are versatile weapons. If you're using both hands, it's a d10.
So we're going to do a d10, 2d8s plus 2. We're going to hit her for 23.
So it's 3 d8s, not just 2.
Oh, Jiminy Christmas.
Because
Great.
she's undead. Because you get 2 from the basic smite, 1 from the undead bonus.
29.
29 damage puts her at 89 damage taken for the fight. She had 84 hit points.
Oh,
Jen, how would you like to describe for me your cutscene? What does your signature spellbook card look like when you put an end to this villain?
For some reason when you said that, the first thing that came into my head was like what you do in like games when you kill somebody, which is usually like shooting games when you just like teabag them.
Oh, amazing.
yes.
Incredible.
Oh, well, I
Okay.
thought you were going to go with like the Witcher cards after. I guess it's similar in a way.
Yeah,
I played a lot of Counter-Strike, okay?
sure. So, Jen raises her sword to the sky. The divine power of the demons and gods with which she has made deals and with which have imbued her with divine power come down upon this undead vampire assassin. And you slice perfectly through this being of death and uncleanliness. And the shadows that were holding her together dissipate and fall away like cotton candy in water, and she is on the floor in 2 pieces, slowly dissipating in mist and shadow.
How's that for your list?
That was good.
She said she was going to cross me off her list.
You do in fact see that she has a small notebook.
Fantastic. Can I try to loot her as she disappears?
Sure. Yeah. You pick up the notebook. She has,
Can I
for
pick
some
up
reason, I can only think of the Blues Clues notebook where you write clues down in, but that's not what it looks like.
What about her sweet
she has
gun?
She does have a gun.
Oh.
Nice gun.
So go ahead and make an investigation check. At advantage because you're all here.
Oh, thank God. Oh, God. I got a 5 and a 1.
Okay.
Okay, well, I can't find the gun that's on the floor in front of my face.
Well, no. I mean, you see the gun. You see her short swords. you see that she has a small buckler shield that she wears on her elbow. She's wearing some studded leather armor. She appears to have been an elf at one point, previous to her vampirism. And you do, in fact, find a pistol. This pistol looks like it holds one shot, or no, would probably hold 2 shots at a time. Sort of like a Derringer style pistol. It is short stock, maybe about 4 inches long. You've not seen a ton of guns, but you're at least aware of them. This one uses small caliber bullets. You don't see any other bullets on her person. And you can tell based on because you're a paladin and you are aware of the unclean types of things that exist, you can tell that these bullets contain some amount of poison within them. These are poison.
You did tell me I took a bunch of poison damage. Is that still relevant for me? Was I
No,
supposed
it's
to
just a type of damage.
Okay.
But this is a poisonous pistol, is what it's called.
Okay.
And you do, in fact, find that notebook, because I told you that already. And that's what you find with your 5 and 1. You find the things you knew already.
All right, I'll write it in my thing. I'm still learning how to input items, but I think I figured it out.
Great. In the journal, there is a crude drawing of you, Jen, with a brief description of your character. And bounty : 100,000.
Ooh.
And underneath it says first come, first served.
Holy smokes.
So someone put out a large bounty on you, and this is just the first one to have found you, it seems.
That's not good. I'm not going to show my friends this.
Okay.
I don't trust that octopus.
I mean, I wouldn't either. So that's fair.
What would you like to do? Oh, the Beantown bullies go, well, we got some cleaning up to do. We'll just put some caution tape on the front door for now.
I have an idea. I'm going to give the bullies my 46 gold extra. Hey.
Oh, hey, thank you.
Thanks for helping us, guys.
Hey, if you're paying any time, lady. What's your name? Nice to meet you. The devils are definitely like the talkers of the group. The ogre is like, quietly has his arms like this.
That seems fair. I'll give my stolen money to the people who helped us.
Hey, your secret is safe with us, lady. You did a great job. That was some impressive beat sticking. Good job. Yeah, we saw nothing. I don't even know who you are. I'm not even here right now. And
Great.
They wander off.
Glad we understand each other. Okay. Should we go back downstairs and see what's going on with that girl that opened the door? Hey guys, there was a girl hiding in the door downstairs. We should probably go check that out.
All right, yeah, we gotta go take her out too, right?
Okay, I'm gonna stand in the middle. Yam, you stand in the back.
Why am I in the back?
Just in case.
Oh, okay.
Veggie, why don't you go knock on the door? See if you can get the girl to come out. You look pleasant. Ooh, she might actually think you're lunch.
What? I saved your life.
Don't worry, I'll save you from the cat.
But no, are you kidding? Gustav is he's amped right now. And so it is happy to head down the steps first and just throw that little door open if he is strong enough to do that.
The door is locked, but it's locked by like just a regular door lock. So you're trying to throw the door open. You can either knock or you can.
No.
You just trying to squid the door open?
Yeah, I'm gonna just brute force with clearly the strongest one in the group.
Yeah, make it.
Because all I know is that there is a person downstairs in the area where Jen was shot, and I'm still so I'm just gonna try and yank it open.
Okay, go ahead and make a strength check. And I'm gonna count this as another tentacle thing, so you add your proficiency.
I like how it's just a tentacle thing.
Yeah, it's grappling, right? We're trying to rip doors off of hinges. Sure, I'm fine with it.
That's a 16.
Okay. Again, not a super strong door. This is a door that's intended to just be a barrier between other people getting ready for the show and the star of the show getting ready for the show. You're able to sort of rend the door open, and inside you see a couple of people. The first person that you see appears to be just a normal citizen of cabaret employee of some kind, young, non-binary person in she's like a shoulder cape, short cropped hair, brunette, and they are huddled off to a side with a very spectacularly dressed, very attractive cat person whom any native of New Capenna would recognize as the spectacular mayhem diva Kit Canto. And
she is quite glamorous looking.
She is quite glamorous looking, and she sits there and she says, "Excuse me? Manners, sir."
Yes. Hey, I am here to.
Close the door and try again.
Of course. And we'll exit the room, close the door very carefully, and take a moment to look back at the rest of the team and be like,
You know her, right? Like she's like an idol or something? She's famous, right?
Very definitely aware of her. I'd assume.
Sure. Yeah, you're definitely aware of her.
Yeah. I'll look back at the team. First of all, how dare you not tell me who it was that was in here? This could make my whole career, and you tell me nothing. Okay. So inside that room is the Kit Canto. I'm sorry. I'm very sweaty right now. Which doesn't make any sense because he's wet anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Damper than usual. Wait, nope. I don't like the way I said that. Hold on.
I think we've already accepted where this goes very quickly. We're talking about tentacle things.
Yeah,
and
let's. You know what?
Damper than usual.
I'm gonna while he's like stammering and trying to figure out what to say, I'm just gonna barge right through and go in and be like,
"Great,
you gonna just leave us out there to die?"
The citizen takes a defensive position in front of Miss Canto. And she looks at you, Jen, and she says, well, you said you were getting shot, and I'm not exactly someone who's gonna prevent that from happening. I don't necessarily think myself.
No, but you can let us in.
Well, what did you expect me to do? You burst in here and didn't have permission to be down here in the makeup and getting ready area. You could have been assailants as well. You could have been villains. You could have been here to hurt me, just like you were trying to hurt Jetmir.
You asked if the bad guys were gone, and I told you that we were getting shot. Then the normal instinct would be to let those people come in and lock the door.
Well, I don't know you, and they're shooting at you. You could be just as dangerous as they are. They could be the good guys. Who knows? I don't know you. Well, who are you?
And why did you ask me if the bad guys were gone yet?
Well, you seemed like a friendly face, but then you became scary, and I became very scared.
I see. The bullet wound was very scary.
Yeah. Of course the bullet wound was very scary. I don't want to get shot. If I'm near you, I could get shot. Also, you carry a big giant sword, which in most circumstances I would find very attractive. But in this one, I'm a little terrified.
I'm going to pull it out and I'll be like, yes, I do.
My stars and garters.
At this point, I want to try and squeeze in there in between to to cool this whole thing down.
Mm-hmm.
Is it like really small, or is it an actual room, just like a small room?
It's a dressing room. I'd say it's 20 by 20. Maybe
okay, all right, yeah.
Maybe 15 by 15.
Yeah, I wasn't sure if it was like literally like a little hole in the wall closet something.
No. She is the belle of the ball. She has a dressing room all her own. You can see signed pictures on the wall of her with all of the upper crust of New Capenna. Every family leader, every celebrity that's ever come through town. There's an enormous 2 foot by 1.5 foot painting of her with Jetmir, where she's posing quite fancily, and Jetmir's given like one of these around her arm, like a hey, how's it going, everybody? And lots of accolades, best actress, best performance, lots of golden orbs awards. The jetties, she's just got a dozen jetties up on a shelf for her performances, and yeah, that's what you see scattered around the room.
Yeah, I want to squeeze in there in between the two of them, and just say, no. I'm sorry. I think that Miss Canto, we've gotten off on the wrong foot. It's this one, and I point to one of the tentacles that I'm using as a foot.
Hey? Yeah?
Let me introduce myself. I am Gustav Inc., the leader of this troop. Pointing back to the rest of the team, I give them a look like, go with it.
Hey?
We are in elite strike force, and we of course would not let you get hurt. We are here to protect you, and that is why she took that shot for you, and now you are no longer in danger.
Make a performance check, buddy.
All right, go Veggie.
What are you guys doing when he says this?
Nodding.
Yeah, sure. Nodding.
I'm just totally
Awkward
still.
stare.
Cool. Not enough for me to grant advantage.
Thanks.
I'm sorry.
You're on your own.
He does have a +6.
Let's see.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's a 19.
Okay. She chuckles a little bit at the wrong foot joke, giving a smirk. And as you introduce yourself and you have your sort of fluid way of moving about you, she seems to be taken by what you have to say. And she says, Mr. Gustav Inc., is it? Well, that's very nice to meet you. My name is Kit Canto, and I am the preeminent voice of New Capenna. And your compatriots here, especially this tall, strong lady, not to mention this particularly burly crocodile man, and whatever this robot is. Well, you're just a bunch of weird people coming into my town and coming into my building, and we've had a bad 24 hours, if you don't mind my saying so. That's why I've been in hiding. Been in hiding in here with my person servant here, who keeping me company and making sure that we don't get caught up in any of the chicanery, like the attack on Jetmir that happened last night, and trying to keep me safe.
Well, why do you think we're here? Jetmir sent us.
Make a deception check.
Ooh. Ooh.
My last couple rolls have been bad.
Now we're talking.
Natural 20. Let's go.
Okay. Nice. She looks at you and she says, "So that's why they were shooting at you. They were trying to get you to get to me, or try to get to Jetmir again. They're still going after Jetmir, aren't they?"
Yeah, and you finally get it.
Unbelievable. All right. Well, if you're here to take me to Jetmir, then let's go. Let's go. Let's hurry up.
Now, based on the photo, we know that she's pretty important to Jetmir, right? And this is like his club, and she is his like star performer.
Yes.
Great. It sounds like Obnixilis would like this.
Present.
Yeah.
I mean, Obnixilis would certainly like it, for sure. But Kit is going to say, "Well, I know where he's hiding out, so we better make it over there post haste."
Oh. Let's do that.
Yeah.
Well, okay. Patty, pack up my bags. And the small non-binary person says, "Yes, ma'am," and packs up like too much stuff, like too many clothes, 2 makeup kits, several like very fancy pieces of jewelry, just a lot of stuff, and is in a large chest, and is comically following behind you as she leads you back up the stairs.
I can just picture him with like the coconuts.
Yep.
Yes.
And she says, "Well, I appreciate you coming by and taking and being my my personal guard on the way over to Mr. Jetmir's. It's nice to meet you all. I'm sure that especially Mr. Ink here is a big fan of my work, but I'm sure you all are. And if you don't want autographs later, I can arrange that. But I assume that you're in different kinds of work. I know that most people around here got too many secrets to be fond of a songbird, but them cabaretis, well, they know how to take care of a lady."
Okay. Why don't you finish packing up? We will meet you out on the top, above the stairs.
Okay, that's fine by me.
Okay. Let's go, guys. Once we get to the top, I want to talk. Should we take her to Jetmir's and then just like peace out? But the problem is A, we either have to fight him on the spot, or we just say, "Okay, I'm glad you're here," and then leave like before she gets in there. But then she'll say, "Thanks for sending those people," and he didn't send us, so then they'll be suspicious and move.
It might be time to get some strong arm in here and make a present to old Bobby.
Yeah. Alternatively, we can like let her get out, and we could just stuff her in a bag and take her to Obnixilis.
Or you could do both. You could take her most of the way, and then once it's clear where Jetmir is, then you stuff her in the bag.
But he might have guards or people watching near wherever he is, like on the rooftops or whatever, and they might see it go down. Alternatively, we could have someone run to Obnixilis, tell him what's going on, and send people to follow us.
You pulled the wool over her eyes pretty well. You might be able to just ask her, "Hey, which of his hiding spots is he at?" And then...
I did roll that natural 20. We should milk that a little bit. Yeah, and then
what if we did split up a little bit?
Yeah, why don't some of us escort her there, and then the other 1 or 2 of you guys go tell Obnixilis where they are.
I like that.
Cool. All right.
Let me. I can go talk to Bobby if you want.
Oh, sure. I'm going to go back down and I'm going to say, hey, we're planning our route to get you there the safest. We just need to know which hideout Jetmir's at this time.
Man, anything but a natural 20. Oh, well, he's at his bunker down by the racetrack.
Okay, we will, while you're finishing packing, we're going to devise the quickest route to get there, and we'll be able to take you there, no problem. We'll see you at the top.
All right, well, don't take too long, sugar.
She's going to come out, though, when she's done, right?
Yeah, she's coming out. She's like already out. Her person is dragging this comically heavy chest behind them.
Okay. So she's going to be coming out pretty close to me then. So I'm going to come out and be like, Yam, you're going to take the agreed upon path to the racetrack, scout the way, make sure that there's no problems. Should you see any, suspicious people, any police road stops, make sure you come back and let us know before we get there.
Gotcha, boss.
And the path we're taking is the one to the racetrack, path number 3. I'm just kind of making shit up, but making sure he knows it's the racetrack. All right, let's go, guys.
Sounds good. So, are you splitting up now?
I think so, because the thing is we need to get Obnixilis and his crew and/or crew need to get there roughly the same time, because once we get her there, the jig will be up.
Okay. So what are the groups?
I think it's just Yam.
Yam.
Who is a scout for the direct path, but he's actually just going straight back, being like, hey, let's go, let's get the crew. And then the 3 of us are going to like go very slowly because we're worried about the attack from Obnixilis, which we know isn't coming.
Right. So everyone except for Yam, go ahead and roll stealth checks to hide from any other attackers or assailants. You know that Obnixilis isn't coming for you, but there may be assassins out and about.
13 for me.
It is surprisingly able to stay stealthy.
22.
Perfect.
12. I have disadvantage.
Yeah,
because I have
heavy armor. Yep. Well, your jingle jangle clinkety clank paladin, you're able to mitigate that by having 2 performers who are in tandem doing like some little cat steps to stay quiet and make sure that you are all staying in formation and making sure that you don't make too much noise on your way across town. Meanwhile, Yam, you're headed back to the Obnixilis hideout. So, Yam, you have some time to yourself now. As you do so, well, first of all, roll stealth for me.
Yep. A natural 20.
Perfect. You are as quiet as the night. You are able to get back there quickly, quietly, and unnoticed. And you are able to walk in the door.
Before I walk in, could I take 2 minutes to myself?
Yes.
I would like to use my communicator to call Toolbox.
Excellent. Good. Toolbox picks up immediately and says, Yam, what the fuck, dude?
What's up, Toolbox?
First of all, you brought a bunch of strangers to my house. Second of all, you know that one of the people that you brought has an enormous bounty on her head.
Bounty, you say?
I'm not a killer. It's not my job. I just know that first of all, you just trust this person?
Well,
what does she want in Xander's vault?
She didn't really say, but the good drinking beer, the good looking stuff, the sword. I mean,
Listen, you're not wrong. but you gotta like get your head in the game when it's life or death here. I mean,
it was in the game at the time. In my defense,
do you know what she wants?
indirectly,
So no.
maybe.
If you didn't punch so good, Yum, I don't know what would happen with you. I listen, Yum, you gotta be careful around her, man. She's bad news, and I don't know what the whole deal is. All I know is that there's an enormous bounty out on her, and I'm not exactly sure why, but a ton of the best hitmen in the city are coming after her. So, you just keep your head down and try to not die, I guess. But I'll get this open. We're working on the thing is I'll get the vault open. It'll only be 2 more days. I'm still waiting on a couple of things to come in. I got a crafter working on something, and then I gotta get a specific tool for my toolbox. You know how it works. But I'll be ready to go in 2 days.
I trust you, Toolbox. I'm gonna keep my promise, like I always say. A treasure in need is a treasure indeed.
Yeah, I like you too, buddy, and I'd like you to stay alive.
You too, Toolbox. I promise.
All right. I'll see you soon.
See you soon.
I like that rhyme. That was a good rhyme.
Thank you.
And then he hangs up.
Okay.
And you are back at Obnixilus's.
All right, I will go on the proper way and kind of say, "Hey, Bobby."
If you don't call me Bob. All right, come on in. Hey, you're Yum. I remember you from yesterday. Where is it? Where is Jen and the rest of them?
So I got some good news, Bobby. So we met up at this place, right? There was some rebarb construction, some undead things, super cool, awesome fight. We tossed in some punches. And let me tell you, Jen was amazing, and Jen has found the diva.
Okay, found a diva.
She
You found Kit
the
Kanto?
diva.
Yeah, you found Kit Kanto.
Found Kit.
Yeah, she was with Jetmir when
Was.
yeah, I mean, they both sort of... She ran off. She wasn't my target. Jetmir was my target, and he ran off with another woman whom I didn't recognize, and she sort of, I don't know, transported him through like a mirror or something. I didn't really understand what was happening, but it was sort of like he was there and then he was gone. It was like a magic trick. I didn't really get it. But I know that Kit was there. She was on the floor. She was like 10 feet away.
So get this, Bobby. Kit is with Jen. And they are going to the cat. It is a throwdown. Jen asked me to come tell you, Bobby, to rally the troops. We gotta get there.
We gotta get there now? Are you telling me to bring like an army?
Bring the... She actually didn't really say. Maybe like 4.
I'll send some people. Okay.
Some is a
Yeah.
number. Yeah.
All right. It sounds like you need to get going. I'll send some people.
Sounds good. I'll get somewhere.
Yeah. Let me see who is here. And he'll step out and look around and see who is at his disposal. He is going to step out of his office, look around the room of who is available. I'm trying to find the image. Just a sec.
I can't do images when there's the 2-player screen.
Oh, okay. That's
There's
fine.
no image spot.
Okay. You see out in the lobby, after which you like sort of walked in, you see a couple of well-dressed, roguish kind of characters, some of which also have vampiric qualities to them. You can't tell necessarily if all of them are vampires or none of them are vampires, but they all look like they shop at Hot Topic, and they all are part of the inner cadre of Obnixilis, and he's got 4 of them out here.
So wait, like early 2000s Hot Topic, or are they all wearing like Naruto gear?
Interesting. Which one
Please, one of each.
Which one do you like better? Actually, yeah, both. But there's two that are in like long black canvas jackets with lots of chains. Definitely trying to go for the crow look. And then there's a couple who are much more layered with like clothes at angles and like trench coats with collars pulled up above their noses. And they've got main character haircuts, and that's what you see. And Obnixilis says, "All right, it's time to roll. Yom, good luck out there. I'm going to rally these troops.
Thanks,
You can get ready, and now you have this cadre foursome that's going to follow you, I guess."
Obnixilis
Yeah.
isn't going.
I cannot go outside. It's still way too hot for me to show my face. You think that, it's bad. It was bad before. If I show my face right now, like less than 48 hours since I tried to kill 5 of the family leaders, I'm not going outside. I'll send you with people.
I appreciate it, Bobby. I'm gonna bring up my fist to fist bump him before heading out.
He punches your fist, and you take a damage. No, I'm kidding. No, he punches your fist and says, "All right, good job. This is what the kids do these days, I guess." And the vampire-looking people go, "That's what the kids do these days." And Ob is like, "That's not your real voice. Why are you doing that to your voice?" All right, you guys stay safe out there.
Will
All
do,
right.
Bobby.
And Yam is able to roll out with a cadre. And you want to time it so that he gets there first, or that you get there at the same time, or how did you want to time this?
Well, I didn't know what Obnixilis was going to do, so my plan walking through the streets was just to go as slow as possible, give him time to get there, give Obnixilis time to do whatever he needed to do, and either get there ahead of time. I wanted Obnixilis to know he was at the racetrack. I wanted him to send people. Whatever he wanted to do is fine. If he gets there and there's nothing there, then I'll just drop her off at the door and turn around and get out. But if he wanted to take another shot to get Jetmir, I thought this would be an opportune time.
Great. Let's take a break and come back at half hour past. And if you guys have any plans you guys want to discuss amongst yourselves, feel free. Otherwise, I'll narrate what happens.
I appreciate that the vampire used Batman voice because it's a vampire.
Yeah.
At Batman.
Okay.
I wonder if I can do a quick fix for this hat. The squid is slowly, it's stretching out, so it's sliding down my face.
So, the 4 of you are converging upon one of the many racetracks. This one being the most spectacular of the racetracks, known as the Racer's Ring here in New Capenna. This is a place where primarily mechanical horses are raced and other vehicles are raced of different qualities. This is a place where lots of gambling occurs, lots of boisterous, noisy activity happens, and a good amount of money laundering as well, perhaps unsurprisingly. It's a place of decadence and fun, really. But right now it's quiet. Right now there's no races happening. There aren't fans in the stands. Coming from one direction, we have Airball, Gustav, and Jen. And Kit Kanto and Kit Kanto's assistant, dragging a comically large chest of Kit Kanto's stuff behind them. Coming from the other direction, we have Yam, who is a very threatening-looking Viashino, leading a pack of what, if you didn't know any better, were snot-nosed teens, who are in fact extremely dangerous undead, or possibly just dangerous alive people who look undead, wearing various types of them look a little bit like vampires. You can't tell which one's a vampire and which one's not. And you all are converging on the same spot. Kit is leading you not to the front entrance of the racetrack, but to one of the side entrances. And Yam, you don't necessarily know any better other than to go to the main entrance. So you both converge and arrive at the racetrack at the same time, but you arrive at different entrances. So you're probably about 100 yards away, Yam. I would say go ahead and make perception checks, all of you, to see if you can tell if there are other people around.
21.
Okay.
8.
12.
Okay. It looks like the heightened senses of some of your compatriots, Yam, key on to the fact that there are noises coming from around the side of one of the racetrack areas. Airball and Kit Kanto, I believe, are the two that are able to hear it. You said 21?
Yep.
Okay. You are also able to hear around the corner, and you can tell that there are noises from the front entrance.
What's the nature of the noises? Is it like calm talking? Is it like a fight?
Beat and calm talking. You could, with a 21, you could probably pick out Yam, because you're familiar enough with his voice, but you also know that Yam has people with him.
Okay.
Kit begins to fumble with a large padlock, and she apparently has a key. Give me just a moment here, everybody. Yam, what are you doing with your crew?
Assume they've told me that they hear some noises, so we're gonna try to go to where we hear the noises.
Okay. You guys can start walking around the side of the racetrack, and as it bends towards them, Kit is able to open the latch on the heavy lock. And as she does, let me roll it. Ooh. Well, I rolled a natural 20 for Kit Kanto. This was a insight check to see if she was in danger. So she unlocks this lock, and as soon as she does so, she makes a break for it inside the racetrack.
But she thinks it's from them, not
She
necessarily
doesn't.
from our group.
She thinks there are ruffians around the corner.
Okay, but not from the people.
Everyone
she's
get
standing with.
inside. Yes. Well,
Okay.
your natural 20 is still hanging. So Jen's natural 20 is still hanging. Her natural 20 is to recognize if there's danger coming.
Okay.
She has correctly ascertained that there is danger coming. She does not understand the nature of it. So she runs inside the racetrack, which is Jetmir's place, and where Jetmir is as far as she knows. So she says, everybody come in quick.
Do I think in her fancy shoes and fancy clothes that I can catch up to her quick enough and make her feel like being surrounded by us is good? Or is she like just gone?
No, I would say you could do this. You could catch up to her, but she's not in the mood to have a conversation.
I see.
She's rushing down a hallway. She is in fancy shoes, so you're faster than she is. the underside of the bleachers of this racetrack is eerily quiet. It's fully concrete. All of the concession stands are closed. There isn't even a janitor out at this time of night, and only a few floodlights are on at any given time.
Okay. I'm gonna run after her and I'm gonna yell, hold on, you might be running into a trap.
Interesting. Make a charisma check. Because it's not persuasion. Make a persuasion check.
Does my convincing her earlier change anything?
No.
Do I get like a bonus?
I let that 20 ride long enough.
Okay. Oh, I did not persuade her at all. Why does it keep leaving my character sheet? It's so annoying. It's never done this to me before. Yeah, so I did not persuade her. I got a 8.
Okay. She says, I don't think so, Sugar. This is Jetmir's home base. If any, this is his final stand. If anybody's gonna come in here, well, it's over with. And she continues to hurry down, and her assistant slowly behind her, dragging the chest. Yam, you are able to get to the gate with your compatriots. And Airball and Gustav, what are you doing?
I imagine Gustav has a pretty strong reaction to seeing his idol running away.
Yeah, if she's gonna take off like that, I'm definitely like instinctually just gonna like take off behind her.
Okay. Yeah, you're up with her. You're up with her and Jen.
Okay. I think I'm going to hook up with y'all.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you're able to wait at the gate for Yam and crew to arrive, the Lost Boys. What do you say?
I'll bring him up to speed on what's happened, that they're running away, and that his crew of backstreet boys should probably go around the track to catch up on to catch them on the other side.
Are they going to go to the other side, though? They probably are going to go underneath something, I would assume. I don't think they'll go out the other side.
Well, I just want to like pincer her between the two groups. So like you're going to chase her from one end, I want to catch her on the other side.
Okay. I'm assuming she's running towards like the other one of the buildings or something, or like an underground passage.
Yeah, it looks like she's. Yeah, it looks like she is headed in a direction that would lead towards the starting line, effectively. She is not like running onto the track, but heading towards where those seats would be.
Okay, I think we should move to cut her off, though. We should make a beeline for that.
I agree. We should get the boys to roll out. Backstreet's back, all right.
All right.
All right. So you guys are going to dash. You guys are just going to start sprinting, taking off, trying to cut them off. And Ginny is not moving, Kit is not moving fast. She's got a slow assistant trying to drag twice her body weight in feather boas, or their body weight in feather boas. And Kit Kanto is in fancy shoes and a nice dress and is not moving super quick. And Jen and Gustav are there trying to calm her down. And she says, all we got to do is we got to just get underneath and we'll be fine. Hold on, right here. And she gets to a otherwise nondescript pole, a support beam of the stadium structure, waves a hand over it, and a magical keypad of symbols that you don't recognize appears. And she begins to, she says, "Oh, would you mind looking away? This is a private code." As she does that and attempts to hide the code, from you, that is when Yam, Airball, and the Backstreet Boys come from around the corner. And the Backstreet Boys go, "Time to fight." And they turn into bats. Sure, why not? And they fly at Kit Kanto. And she is able to key in the code, and it opens as the bats come out of bat form and arrive in front of you with weapons in hand.
But she hasn't opened the code yet?
The door is opening.
Okay.
The code has been entered, and whatever is going to open is about to open.
Okay.
Unless you're trying to stop her.
No, I think capturing her at this point doesn't save us. And I think they'll just move locations. So are we all down to, like, kill Jetmir or die trying? I wasn't expecting a Jetmir battle this early on in the season. But here we are. I mean, we could try to knock him out and bring him, but Obnixilis just going to kill him anyway, so, like, we were supposed to be the errand boys. Do we really want to be assassins team?
So the citizen that previously was dragging the chest turns around and suddenly drops the chest and begins swirling magic in their hand, and appears as if they are casting a spell, and they cast Thunderwave on the ground. I need Constitution saving throws from Airball and Yam, who are
This
with
is the
Backstreet
assistant?
Boys. This is the assistant.
And we don't have a chance to respond when he starts.
Sure, you can try. What are you doing?
Well, as soon as he turns around and looks like he's going to cast something, I'm going to punch him in his face.
Okay, go ahead and roll an unarmed attack roll.
I'm going to try not to let him cast if I can.
Sure.
Sure. Unarmed strike +4. Oh man, 10. I suck.
I mean, not wearing any armor, that's a hit. A 10 is a hit on this person.
Great. It looks like it's just 3 damage bludgeoning. Do I add my strength or anything?
I think 3 is the strength.
My strength is +2, so I don't know what that is.
Oh, interesting. So if it says that it's just 3 damage,
Yeah.
then it's 1 plus.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it's just 1. I think it's just 1 plus your strength. So it'd be 4, right?
Well, my strength is just +2.
Oh, so 1 plus 2.
Yeah,
So you
it
hit for
doesn't, it
3.
doesn't say anything like that. It just says unarmed strike 3, so I'm not sure. But I'll take
Right.
that, 3 damage.
I'm pretty sure that's how that works. So you clock this person across the chin to distract them, and it successfully alleviates the thunder wave from occurring. Meanwhile, the Lost Boys are gonna chase Kit Kanto down the stairs as she begins to try to go down the ramp here.
I think they should go first. I approve this.
So she goes down the stairs. The Lost Boys follow. And there's very little light down here. But you assume that they can all see. Creatures of the night and felines they be. Kit arrives at the bottom of the stairs. Knocks heavily on a door and says, "Open up! We got bad guys!" And the door opens. You're all still at the top of the stairs, right?
Are some of you guys following the bats?
I'm following because I'm now confused and conflicted because it's like they're kind of threatening Kit also. Like
That's what you
yeah.
told them.
Yeah. And like I think this is the first time where Gustav is realizing, wait, that's what this means.
I will say during the meeting with Yam said we found the cat. So we got the, what did you say? You called her the
The diva.
The
diva. And then you said we found the cat, so I didn't know... I don't even know if Obnixilis knows we found Jetmir.
Probably not.
Yeah, the whole time I was, like, really trying to, like, not say anything. So I was like, you should probably tell him... Because you didn't say where it was either. Just followed you.
You said the diva and you said the cat, which Obnixilis, in the moment, I'll tell you what I was thinking. He thought you were telling him where Kit Kanto was, so that she could lead him to Jetmir someday.
Yes. And then you didn't say Racer's
separate,
Rings
though.
or Jetmir.
Yeah, because I had said the diva and the cat is separate because I thought, that, hey, that's conversation.
Well, that's why he didn't come.
Yeah.
Right?
I know, that's why I was-
Jetmir was here, right?
So can I do something?
Yeah, absolutely.
This door is opened. It's controlled by a keypad.
Is
it possible for me to use my technological expertise to put a backdoor into that keypad so that if we come back on a
100%.
future date? Yeah, let's do that.
Absolutely.
And if we come back at a later date, we can open the door without being detected.
100% you can do that. Go ahead and make a tinkering or what tools do you use to do this?
That's why I
I
was
have
so
thieves
surprised
tools. Will
when,
thieves tools work?
Ob wasn't coming.
Right. Well, that's what I was going through in my head. I'm just telling you what my thought process was.
All right,
A little bit of dangling modifier. So you've got thieves tools. Thieves tools are gonna qualify here to allow you to make this check. What you're gonna do is you're gonna roll an intelligence check and add your proficiency with thieves tools because this requires you to program in a backdoor.
Sure. Okay, so we rolled a nat 20.
Oh, well, yeah, do whatever the heck you want.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, you've
that's
won
what-
Dungeons and Dragons. You win. No, you have easy have access into this. More than just a backdoor, you now have access to the security system of Jetmir's sort of technological security.
And is it possible to rig it so that I can access it remotely? So like
Sure.
Sure. Okay.
I'll say
let's
that.
do
I'll say you can do that. Yeah, you can leave a bug in there, and you can access Jetmir's security remotely.
Okay, I am satisfied. That is enough for me.
I have a plan, but do we need to roll initiative?
So not yet. I'm going to describe what's happening.
So after I punch that guy, before I start heading down to follow Bats and Veggie, I'm going to try to knock this guy out. I'm going to try to punch him one more time with the intention of knocking him out.
Okay. Yeah.
Maybe the
go ahead
back
and
of my sword.
Great. Pommel. Hit him with the hilt. Hit them with the hilt. Go ahead and make an attack roll.
With 14.
14 hits.
Great.
Which will be 3 more damage with the intent to unconscify.
Yeah, I'm not sure if it's the 3 because it's not unarmed, right? It was with the hilt of the sword. So I don't know if that's more. I don't actually want to kill him.
Sure.
But...
It'd be like an improvised weapon, but either way, I did not succeed on a con save that I set for myself, and this person is unconscious and slumped over the box.
Okay, I'm taking off.
So now many things are going to happen at once, and I'm going to enter a narrative description, and then I'll let you decide how you want to handle this. As the door opens, Gustav, in front of you, you see, decked out in resplendent robes, a large cat demon person who is drinking a beverage and having pleasant conversation. Seems to be listening to a Victrola machine, and was not expecting whatever it is that is coming through the door, is having a very pleasant conversation with another character. This character you do not recognize. This character appears to be a young, well, it's tough to tell the age of this person, actually. Kind of ageless. They could be 30, they could be 200. Difficult to even tell the race of this person. They have dark skin, they are female presenting, but they are dressed equally as resplendently as Jetmir. And they appear to be sharing a bit of a chuckle, a bit of a laugh. as Kit and you burst through the door. As Jetmir and this person turn towards you, and Kit says, "Bad guys!" And she sort of shields you off to the side and points to the Lost Boys. I'm going to say none of you are going to be able to get here in time for what Jetmir does. Jetmir is going to cast a localized fireball on the bat people. That is going to be plenty of damage to kill them without, even if they make their saves. You are not affected, Gustav.
How
But
are
that
you
is what
explain this?
that is what happens.
Oh boy.
This is fine. This is totally fine.
The rest of you want to come down the stairs?
On my view of the surveillance system, how many people are present down there?
2. Well, 4 now.
Okay. Well.
Gustav, Kit Kanto, Jetmir, and this unidentified woman.
Well, she likes us, so I feel like the check to convince them is probably not as bad. But I did say Jetmir sent us, so he will know he did not. So what I'm gonna maybe try to say is that someone sent us on behalf of Jetmir to protect her. And who that person is, I don't know. They just hired us.
Well, Kit will be like, "Oh, thank goodness, they're gone. All right, it's safe to come down," and she'll call that up the stairs.
Okay, I'm gonna go down. I might die. It's fine though.
This woman in the room, again, she's gorgeous. She's clearly magical. She wields a staff. She is, just as resplendent and fabulous as Jetmir. Yom and Airball.
So, what's the nature of what we're looking for from Xander? Like, we know that we were looking for some sort of artifact, but I forget what it was.
He didn't tell us. I have no idea what it was.
Right. So the mission about Xander was specifically only given to Jen.
Okay.
And
hopefully it's
there's a secret in Xander's vault that he wants Jen to get.
Okay. Totally separate from this location then.
Correct.
Wonder. Yeah. Airball. Do you think you'd be able to seal the door for an extended period of time?
I assume so, but I think to do that would give away that we've hacked their security system. So I feel like this is probably a one-time use thing. Either we use this now or we come back later.
Also, we don't know if he's hacked it.
I rolled a nat 20.
No.
Well,
I mean, me and
Airball
Yom.
knows.
Airball knows, yeah.
Oh.
So any idea Yom has to do, if you're going to lock him in and Yom's going to, assassinate him or something, there's no way you guys could have worked that out.
No. Sure. I think I'll hang back with Airball, and I'll because I assume Airball and I are kind of in the area, because he walked forward, he was doing some stuff. I could be perceptive of he's fiddling on his arm. I might try to hang back and see what's going on.
Sure.
Jetmir looks out and says, "Oh, Kit, come on in. I'm so sorry that this happened. Come in. Those bats were going to be a problem, weren't they? Huh? That was going to be a bad situation. Hey, what's your name, kiddo?" Pointing at Gustav.
Yes, right. I am Gustav Inc. I'm sure you've heard of me.
Oh, Gustav Inc. You were in that performance of oh shoot, what was it? You were in Waiting for Godot. You were the tree.
Yes. Okay. Yes. Of course. You. So
Yeah, I'm familiar. I'm familiar with your work. I mean, if you're an actor
But
in
my
DC,
big
I
break,
know who
yeah.
you are. Yeah, of course. Haven't seen you in much recently, though.
Then I am doing my job. If you could not see me.
Hey, I like that. That's a great. You know what? 100%. That's great attitude. Kit, any friend of Kit's is a friend of mine. Come on in here, bring it in, buddy. And he gives you like a big hug, and like wishes you a little bit too much.
I was gonna say, yeah, I get squished a little bit.
Yeah, take a damage. Okay. Well, we're safe here. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
This is probably a bad idea, but so he's hugging me. He's brought me
Yep.
close. Can I use my tentacles to do like a covert like pat down?
Sure.
Ooh,
Make a sleight of hand check.
Sleight of tentacle. You have 8 of
Sleight
them.
of tentacle.
I feel like you should
Hopefully he
get
doesn't get the wrong idea.
+6 because there's 6 extra tentacles.
Great. Plus
Yeah.
6 to this roll. Add 6 to whatever you roll.
No, I was kidding.
I'm not. Add 6 to whatever you roll.
That's a 14.
14. Okay. What is something? So you're just looking through. You're just rummaging through his pockets.
Yeah, I don't
Okay.
have a specific thing in mind. It was just almost instinctual. It was like, oh,
Yeah.
I'm
Sure. In his pockets, you find a couple of things. You find a large ticket stub for a party being held at the Cabaret Courtyards. You find several what appear to be tickets or stickers that are like prize tickets. And what else would you find? You'd find some like wrapped caramel candy. Are you looking for anything in particular? You're not finding any weapons.
okay. Yeah, then that's
Yeah.
I
I mean,
that-
he's
I
wearing
only am-
like a velour smoking jacket. Like it's not like
Yeah.
he's wearing, arms and armor.
Yeah. That's all. Just looking for that information.
Great.
Okay.
You do see that these tickets are branded with Myra the Magnificent's logo.
Can I try and lift one of those?
Sure.
Or is that okay?
So you want to pull that out?
Yeah.
And do so covertly?
Yes.
You rolled a 14?
Mm-hmm.
How observant do we think Jetmir is?
Oh
Well, you
boy.
said he was drinking.
He is drinking. I'll roll a disadvantage.
Nice.
I have an idea of a stat block I want to use for Jetmir. I didn't stat out Jetmir yet. He doesn't seem to notice that you do this.
Ooh, okay.
He pats you on the back and says, "Well, it's good to see you, buddy. It's good to see you." And Kit says, "There's a few more friends upstairs. I want them inside safe before we move on any further. It seems we had some assailants." And Jetmir calls up the stairs and says, "Hey, you coming in?"
Okay, let's hope he's not the one that put the bounty out on me. All right, I walk in. I was on my way down.
Great. You two at the top of the stairs. Are you staying out there?
No, I'll walk it
I
down.
feel like there's no choice. Now that she's
Listen.
called us out.
If you, as the DM, you have a choice. I'm letting you run away.
No, I mean, I know I literally have a choice, but I feel like my character feels the only thing to do is go down.
I would agree with that. Like, especially after the situation that's kind of up, Yum's gonna want to take on responsibility.
And we don't know if he knows that we're bad guys? I don't know. I'm going to just roll a natural 20 to convince him that we were hired by somebody to go get her.
So
And
There
she's
we
the one
go.
that brought us here.
exactly.
Easy as
So
that.
all of you walk in, and Jetmir says, "Welcome to my place. I appreciate you all coming in. You guys all look like you're, with it. You're hip. You're down. This is my secret bunker hideout. What are your names?
I'm
The
Airball.
name's Yum.
Yom,
Airball.
Airball, and you, young lady.
Oh, I thought you already. I thought Veggie was next. I'm Samantha.
Oh, I already met Gustav. Don't worry about it.
I'm
and
Samantha.
Samantha. Great, excellent, nice to meet you all. As he says this, from behind him, you hear the woman's voice say, "Wait a second, Airball." And as the enormous 600-pound form of Jetmir moves out of the way, none of the rest of you recognize Myra the Magnificent, but Airball, you certainly do. And she is standing there in her spectacular ringmaster dress with her resplendent jewelry. And she looks at you and she says, "Oh, buddy, it's been such a long time." And I guess that's a good end to the episode.
Ah!
Oh no. So I was
good
worried I was
cliffhanger.
going to be the one that the jig would be up, but now I think it might be Airball that gives us up. We all might just be trapped in here, and Jetmir is just going to fireball our face.
It's a tough situation for sure. You don't know what's going on exactly. It doesn't seem like they are adversarial to you. You can
Yeah.
tell that,
Right.
they're not it's not a situation where they're playing with their food. Whatever
Yeah.
this is, they are genuinely okay with seeing you.
Yep. So far, hopefully they don't
So far.
recognize me. I made up a
Right.
fake name.
That's the
huh?
dangerous. That's the dangerous. That's definitely a dangerous part, for sure.
I was worried at first when you said, "Wait a minute," and then you said Airball, but I thought it was going to be the girl saying, "I thought you said your name was Jen."
Mhm.
I was just like, "Oh no." I don't remember telling her my name, but
I don't think you said your name.
thank goodness.
But yeah. Safe underneath the racetrack. Safe?
Safe? Question mark?
Question mark? Yeah, who knows? Underneath the racetrack in one way or another in a secret bunker that no one else knows about.
Yeah.
You four with the leader of the cabaret as well as the leader of the Astorium of Fun.
So if we can either knock them out or something, or if we can get out without them being suspicious, we can then bring that to Obnixilis, and then we can hack our way back in and get in without them expecting us. That'll be good, but we have our work cut out for us, team.
I gotta hear what she has to say.
Yeah.
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 All right.
I mean, there's
go
there's some interesting things happening.
MoxRuby, thank you so much for DMing for us. Would you want to tell people where they
Hey.
can find you?
Yeah, well, when you can't find me here, you can find me on all of the social media channels at MoxRuby, as it's spelled in the. Is it below me or is it above me?
Below you.
Below me in the doobly doo down there. You can also see me on Magic Mics, which is a live weekly podcast starring myself, MTGNerdGIrl, as well as Evan Irwin, where we discuss the week that was in Magic the Gathering news. This week we'll have a lot to discuss. I might be in attendance. We'll see how my flight goes. And that is at twitch.tv/MAGICMICS.
All right. Airball.
Yeah, you can find me at AirballMTG on Twitch and YouTube.
Astrals.
You can find me on Twitch, Twitter, TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube at AstralsFlame.
And
Show off.
Veggie.
Hi. You can find me at VeggieWaggon on most things, and if you find a food truck instead, then that's not me.
Oh God.
Is there a food truck called the VeggieWaggon?
Yeah, it's like in North Carolina or something. That's why my Twitter handle is different, because they still have it.
Ah. Oh.
Nice.
Free advertising for the VeggieWaggon out of Carolina
Hashtag
Beach.
sponsored. We should be
That's
sponsored.
right. We should be. You should be sponsored, Veggie. This VeggieWaggon stream is sponsored by the VeggieWaggon.
That's fair. And don't forget, guys, these episodes are sponsored by Cool Stuff. So if you guys would like to support this content and help us run more wonderful seasons, make sure you guys shop at Cool Stuff. For any of your nerd needs, use code DGEN at checkout for 5% off. Lets them know that we sent you and tells them they should keep sponsoring these shows. Thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you next week for episode 4.